Welcome to Scary Stories, where we bring you the most bone-chilling tales that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the world around you. Join us as we dive deep into this story of terror and the horrifying consequences that come with delving too deep into the unknown. Be warned, once you hear this tale, you may never want to venture into the forest again. An ecological expedition consisting of 2 ecologists and a girl operator is heading to the forest thicket. They need to replace the camera traps and watch their videos in order to detect rare representatives of the animal world, which will allow them to assign a special protection status to this area. Suddenly, they come across an almost extinct species that no one has heard of for a long time. The 3 expedition members were thrilled as they approached the camera trap, eager to see the rare and elusive species that had been captured on film. But as they watched the video, a sense of dread washed over them. The creature was unlike anything they had ever seen before, with twisted limbs and a grotesque, misshapen body. Its eyes glowed with an otherworldly light, and its movements were jerky and unnatural. As they continued on their journey through the forest, they began to notice other strange things. Trees seemed to twist and contort as they passed, and the sound of their footsteps echoed strangely through the underbrush. The air grew thick with an ominous presence, and the hairs on the back of their necks stood on end. As night began to fall, the team set up camp, but they couldn't shake the feeling that they were being watched. They huddled around the campfire, trying to convince themselves that it was just their imaginations, but they couldn't shake the sense of impending doom that hung over them. Then, in the darkness, they heard the creature's chilling cry. It sounded like a cross between a bird's screech and a human scream, and it sent shivers down their spines. They scrambled for their weapons and huddled together, waiting for the creature to make its move. But it never came. Instead, the forest grew silent once again, as if the creature had never been there at all. The expedition members huddled together through the long, dark night, not daring to sleep, knowing that the creature could return at any moment. In the morning, they found strange tracks around their campsite, as if something had been circling them all night long. The team realized that they were in grave danger, and they made the decision to abandon their mission and flee the forest as quickly as possible. As they fled, they couldn't shake the feeling that the creature was still watching them, following them. And even as they reached the safety of their vehicles and drove away from the forest, they couldn't shake the sense that they had stumbled upon something far more terrifying than they had ever imagined. For weeks after the expedition, the team couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched, and the strange noises they had heard in the forest still haunted them. They tried to brush off the experience as a figment of their imagination, but they knew deep down that something was not right. Days turned into weeks, and soon they were contacted by the government officials who had sent them on the mission in the first place. They were told that their findings had been deemed too dangerous for public knowledge and were ordered to sign a confidentiality agreement. The team was outraged but also curious. They wanted to know what exactly they had stumbled upon that was so dangerous that it had to be kept a secret. After months of legal battles, they were finally able to access the files that contained the information about the creature they had discovered. To their horror, they found out that the creature they had seen was a product of an illegal genetic experiment carried out by a group of rogue scientists. The creature was designed to be the ultimate predator, with unmatched strength, speed, and intelligence. But the experiment had gone terribly wrong, and the creature had escaped into the wild. The team was shocked and horrified by what they had discovered. They had been in the presence of a creature that was not only dangerous but also illegal. They felt betrayed by the officials who had sent them on the mission, and they knew that they had to do something to bring the truth to light. They decided to take matters into their own hands and went public with their story. The revelation sparked an investigation into the illegal genetic experiments, and the rogue scientists were eventually brought to justice. But for the expedition team, the damage had been done. The experience had scarred them for life, and they could never forget the horrors they had witnessed in the forest. They had stumbled upon a secret that was never meant to be discovered, and they knew that they would never be the same again. That's the end of the story. Thank you for your attention. If you want to listen more, join us on Scary Stories.